Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Hope you guys are having a good day. I'm just kind of getting started here. I honestly planned on having Remington kind of carry the stream hard today, with his awesome commentary. Oh, poor Remy. Because I had a pretty bad migraine going on yesterday, and I was in and out of Wakeyville, Sleepyville. Like it was just a pretty overall terrible. We only have gold roll this morning. All right, I logged on this morning. And, a 7 rip, and played for I don't know, maybe an hour, maybe an hour and a half while I couldn't sleep. Oh, good. Well. So I've literally been in and out, and I think I rolled my gold roll, or my silver roll in. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Hopefully things will start trickling in for everyone here pretty soon. When I checked, I don't know if this is still true. We could check again, I suppose. When I checked, DDo had, I know, like a bunch of people. Oh, I guess it's just me now. Okay, maybe that was just D&D in general, and they're like, oh, this is close enough. Yeah, there was all these people. I guess maybe they're in the Dungeons and Dragons. Okay, they're just in the straight Dungeons and Dragons channel. Okay, I was gonna say there was a window where there was like, I don't know, 200 people in the stream, and none of them were playing Dungeons and Dragons online. They were all playing DDo, but I guess that's incorrect. There, my link did not differentiate between DDo and Dungeons and Dragons, I guess, today. Anyway, we spent a little bit of time this morning getting a little bit of work done on the bus. Not millions. I don't want to make it sound like I was out there slaving away at the coal mine this morning, but got a little bit of work done. No, boo. This just needs sold. Things that come pre-slotted used to be kind of interesting, but now they're like, let's see. We have some blades. Let's go turn in some blades here. I don't know what we get for them, but I'm sure it'll be something. Some we can turn around and sell. Why are we feather falling around like a... Oh, okay. Alright, I've got a bunch of these. Moderate healer elixirs. Sure. Give me 100. Not 1,000. Give me 100. I'm just gonna sell them. I just want to lower the amount of junk that we happen to have floating around in our backpack right now. Anyway, greetings and salutation. Hope you guys are having a great day. Okay. So we've made a little bit of backpack space. We have now 100 of these potions. I guess we'll should stick them somewhere. Not that our self-healing really is bad. I guess we'll stick them over there. And then we'll just plan on selling them off whenever things are done. So anyway, like I said, we got up a little bit this morning. I slept from like, I don't know. Basically, when I ended the stream, I kissed my wife and I went to bed. And I passed out until about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, and my head wouldn't let me sleep anymore. So I got up. I did a little bit of DDo until I finally felt like I could sleep again and crashed back out. So a little bit of play that happened offline, but not like a whole level. I think we did what, Crucible and 2 of the walk-ups, I think is all that happened. So lots of time here. We can take Charisma here, and if we want, we could take Charisma here, but we can't take Intelligence here. Sad. Say it, say it, say it. What's our Charisma? Yeah, Charisma is plenty high. We're maxing out those saving throws already. Yeah, I'm not sure where I want to put points, though, is the thing. I would like to get... Not that. Yeah, I would not be opposed to getting up here to improve Dilettante Paladin for the 5 points of Charisma bonus to saves. But right now that we're getting how many? Now we're getting 4, so that's a lot of points for 1 more gain. I just don't think it matters that much. Oh yeah, I forgot. Also, while we're at it, I picked up another boost. Kind of would not be opposed to grabbing just more metamagics, like just keep filling out this tree maybe. Like what else are we going to take? We're going to take Harper Agent, I guess, which we can do some stuff. I mean, 20 spell points is good. More hit points are good. I guess we hit point first even. Then 20 spell points, and then Harper Leadership, I suppose. More spell points. Like, there's definitely points that we can spend over here in the Harper Agent tree. There's not that much in the Chemist here that we actually care about. Like, this is not good, this is not good. This is not good. Also not good. So, like, the first tier is already not stuff that we're interested in. Can melee, or we could ranged an attack, which we're not doing. Poison spell power. Yeah, I just don't see there's, like, the Vile Chemist is really good if you're going to be melee, or even, I suppose, a thrower, but I'm neither of those things, so I don't see that in here. I guess we could grab some intelligence. This is all crits for healing and negative. +1 armor class and resistance. I mean, this is fine. Right? You can get 3 more armor class and 6 stacking resistance to fire, cold, electric, and acid. Some MMR, PRR. But, like, there's just not that much in here I think I care about. Yeah, I think we'll just grab hit points. It's hard to go wrong with hit points, right? It's very hard to go wrong with hit points. Alright, the other thing that we can look at is we took Hypnotic Combination specifically because I think I want to keep this, and then we're not using it a lot. Specifically because let's turn all these things on. Talab says it's a thing that works on Reapers. So we're going to give it a shot. I feel like I may have suggested that to somebody. I don't know. Maybe it was a different power I suggested to somebody that also read as a stun. I don't remember. I'm being honest. Alright, let's try it like that and we'll see. See how it goes. While we're here, let's also... You're fresh, so that's good enough. So let's check our spell point saver. Is this me or is there's like no sounds? No, there's sounds. Okay, they're just quiet today for some reason. Alright, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and hit the walk-ups, just because we're so close to leveling. And then we'll probably level, and then we'll go hit the other flagging quests that we haven't hit. Why not? What else is going on with our day? Nothing, that's what. I do have some work to do on the bus, so we'll probably wrap up a little early, depending on how I'm feeling. And because I need Remington's help, so I can't even get work on that until he's out of bed anyway. So kind of a weird situation here in the Garobo household is that I don't even know how to explain this without sounding like a complete wackadoo. When my wife and I first upgraded our mattress from whatever mattress she bought, some store box spring traditional mattress that she really thought was the greatest mattress since ever when we were laying down testing it out. When we decided to upgrade to that to a Casper mattress, my son wanted that mattress. Like, he's like, hey, I'd like to have a big mattress. So we took and we put that mattress in Remington's room. And then when my wife decided that she was done with the Casper, but we had plans for the bus, and I knew that I was going to use that foam on the bus, Remington was at college. So then I took that mattress and I put it in Remington's room on top of the other mattress. I'm like, you know, it's out of the way. Remington's going to be at college for the next 4 years. Who cares? Like, it's fine. Well, COVID, blah, 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 everything happens. So now Remington's back home again for a little while. So he's sleeping on top of that mattress, on top of the mattress. And the thing is that now I do need the Casper because we're going on that camping trip this weekend. And the plan is to put the Casper mattress in the bus as our mattress out there until we're ready to go a little bit more full time. So not only do I need his help to physically get it like wound back up like a taco. Let's try this thing. Yeah. Like whatevs. Okay, yeah, so that's the problem with this thing. It keeps attacking, right? Yeah, it just keeps attacking. That's, I think, the reason why I ignored it. Anyway, so not only do I need his help to, like, get it rolled up and put into the bus, even though I was physically able to get it into his room on my own. I could probably get it out of his room on my own as well, but lifting it up into the bus after getting it rolled up like that, it's not likely that I can do that alone. So I figure after we roll it up like a taco, and you know, because we're gonna have to use some straps to hold it down while we carry it around, yada yada yada. So I figure it's gonna take a couple of days for it to kind of unsquishify. So I need to get it done sooner than later. Because we're, like I said, we're leaving Saturday. for a couple-day trip. Remington's going to be in charge of the house. I think we're planning on taking the Doges with us. Like the whole 10 yards here. Alright, so that was an important lesson right there. We once again forgot to put on the Death Ward. So I'm glad it was her instead of some Reaper giving me like 7 negative levels. Useful. Alright. Anyway, good morning everybody. I see people starting to creep into the various chat rooms. I appreciate you. Hey, good morning, Charmed. Whoa, we got blown. So anyway, that's the big plan for today. I got a little bit extra wiring stuff I need to do, like need to wire up the USB charging panels for our cell phones and whatnot. I'd like to take the opportunity to run some wire down by the down to the front of the bus for potential tie-ins to the solar grid eventually towards the front of the bus. So basically I want to be able to put in, I want the option to be able to put in electricity ports in the front of the bus that run off of that, like from the driver's seat, for example. I want to be able to be like, oh yeah, we haven't ran the, I'm not currently running the bus right now, but I need to charge this, or I want to have the backup cameras turned on or whatever, stuff like that for security reasons. And for that, I'd like to have those things have the option in the future to be able to switch to solar power. So I want to do that before things get too carried away, because then I don't then I don't have to worry about running wires later after the fact. Ow, that was a big sonic punch in the wee-wee. Let's back up, see if our Bard is actually going to heal us automatically today. Doesn't look like it. Force her to get to work. So anyway, like I said, I've got 5 or 6 things on the agenda for today. I got 5 or 6 things on the agenda for tomorrow, and I'm hoping that if I can knock out 5 or 6 things every day between now and Saturday, should be ready to back out on Saturday and get going. That's too far. Looks like we caught a couple of things though. The mass gold was actually not as distant as I would like it to be. Also, we probably need to have this heightened now too, right? Yeah, that's one more DC. And I'm 70% certain that that side is the optional, so we'll go down this way and see. Could be wrong. Things could be whacked. It would not surprise me. No, this looks correct to me. Looks like our bard is in the danger zone. Don't know what sheet. Looks like she found it. Looks like she found somebody to fight. I mean, she is on attack mode, so Lord knows what she's gonna do. Those hirelings. So anyway, what's everyone else got going on today? Anything exciting, fun, anything you want to share with the class? I'm down to have something to discuss. Preferably stuff that's not of a political nature at the moment. There's a lot of American politics happening right now, and I just trying to kind of avoid the subject. But, as usual, as long as we keep it clean, we can talk about anything you guys would like to talk about, because that is the rule here. Doing a little questing and taking a few hour break from packing. Yeah, you should definitely be doing that, especially if you don't have a place ready to go yet. I mean, obviously you want to be prepared, but at the same time you don't want to be living out of boxes, so I'm sure there's a fine line to be had there. Alright, now's our opportunity to try this thing. I mean, it did hold it, but I was under the impression that there was a high likelihood that it would attack others. Oh, and then I let it get loose and start wailing on me. Wow, did this thing... No, it's on. What's the DC? 43? And it's... We've now hit 1 out of 3 or 1 out of 4? That's crazy. We're on Reaper 4 though, so... Run out of boxes, you need to buy new ones, but yeah, the kids have bound a bit more. They're gonna go to bed in a few... Oh, that's fair. Oh, I know what I can talk about that's non-political. I started the lower decks this morning. It is a CBS All Access, which is their streaming service show. My wife is real big into Big Brother. Big Brother. So every year she gets it for the 3 months or however long Big Brother is. I don't even know. So during that time window that Big Brother is on, I can catch up on all those CBS shows that are online only, like Discovery, All Access, Picard, stuff like that. So yeah, I started Lower Decks. It's pretty funny so far. I'm 2 episodes in, but I think there's only 2 episodes out so far. So it's not like we're all that far behind. Alright, that could not have gone much better, actually. That's not at all the button I needed to hit. But it was enjoyable. It was pretty funny. I like the art style a lot. I felt like most of the jokes were pretty good. It played a lot into the racial humor of Star Trek, which is something I wasn't a big fan of. But in the quote unquote racial stereotypes of the world, if you were to make those jokes anyplace else, they would throw throw a fit. But because it's about imaginary group of people, I guess it's fine. I don't know. Other than that, it was cute. The two leads, I think, really complement each other nicely. The way they're kind of designed, one person is all by the regulations. The other one's been around a little bit, and is a lot more into kind of the spirit, I think, of what, if you look at the show like specifically Picard, not Picard, Next Generation. There we go, Next Generation. A couple of the episodes that happen a little bit later kind of talked about how getting seen is what enabled his career to take off the way it did. There's definitely a similar-esque personality there. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's pretty interesting. I'm looking forward to checking out more of it for sure. All right, let's dance some more here. Can I possibly get up here and start pulling? Oh, of course I miss. Can we just... I have a long way to control that guy, unfortunately. If you like Lower Decks, you should check out the Orville. Yes, very similar. The Orville is, it's got a lot of the same comedy in it. I feel like it's a lot more... I think a lot of the casting is good. I don't know. I do like the Orville. Oh, was not looking forward to that. Okay, let's go get a couple of heals really quickly here. You initially wrote it off because you don't like Seth MacFarlane TV shows, but he seems to really have low for sci-fi. Yes, if you look, Seth MacFarlane actually has been in like, I don't know, like 5 or 6 different Star Trek TV shows over the years. He did 2 or 3 cameos on Enterprise. I think he was in. Like, he just gets in. Like, he loves the world so much. He's constantly trying to get into that kind of stuff. I do feel like he's the weak link in the show. But I think some of the other people carry it really well. Yeah, I definitely feel like this class is very, very strong. Hey, Thakar. Yeah, I feel like most TV shows start to like settle into their groove in season 2, and the Orville is no exception. I actually really like I want to say Padalecki, but that's not her name, is it? No. The female lead in that I just want to call her Mockingbird because I've seen her in some other stuff, but Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is like where I know her the best from. Alright, now we gotta focus on this. Would you go away? Jeez, alright, so now we're gonna struggle bus a minute here. Just make sure that we live through the Reaper dot, and then we can turn around. The struggle bus is real! Alright. Let's get healed up here. You tell them if they don't get to sleep, Uncle Samus is going to teleport to their beds and tell them to go to sleep. No, nothing creepy. Nothing creepy, please. This suddenly looks like a guy being lifted up in the air by another guy with a tail. Now that I've seen it, I can't get it out of my head. They don't go to sleep, all of their XP, all their chests will be empty. There you go. All their chests will be empty, all their attack rolls will be fumbles. They don't mind? Oh man. Well, I hope for your sake they learn to mind. Children minding is important. Sploosh. No ice cream? Oh. Rip, no ice cream. I haven't had ice cream in months. My wife made a simulation keto-friendly Frosty. It was pretty good. That is the closest thing I've had to ice cream in a long time. We shouldn't start talking about food already this morning because of the way that I slept yesterday or didn't sleep yesterday, or however you guys want to look at it. I didn't get my proper calorie count in yesterday. And so today I am pretty hungry. Pretty hungry. But if the scale's correct, we're at 283. So it's not like it's for nothing. I think we need to start. I do a little bit of working out, but not as much as I need to. Keep thinking if we get to that 250 mark, I'm going to get back on my bike again. That I think is the most effective way for me to really exercise. I enjoy it. And it feels like there's forward momentum for me. Not a huge fan of like jogging or stuff like that. I've been considering getting one of those weighted jump ropes for a while. People who know me know I like to lament over the decision process to make sure that I know that it is the correct one for myself, which is why I haven't pulled the trigger on it yet. It's probably going to be the correct decision long term, just because it's easy to fit into the bus and all that jazz. But there's also things to consider, like knee damage and stuff like that when you're 250 plus, jumping around on your knees. Which is why I keep thinking, wow, we can just get down a little bit lower, just a little bit lower. It'll be so much easier. And it will be, for sure. Just first big chunks, not big chunks even really, but the initial weight came off, I feel like, much easier than lately. Need to get some more big spikes going. I don't know if it's like funny to anybody else, but it feels a little bit funny to me. Like, I get irritated with a couple of my friends talking about like their weight loss stuff and everything, and I realize that they're talking about it to lift themselves up, so I don't say anything. But it drives me crazy, so I don't discuss it with them at all. Like I don't even acknowledge it. Unless they wrecked. Unless they specifically ask. Alright, yeah, we're good. Recover. Yeah, I'm really kind of annoyed that Carnage Trooper didn't die. It was the only thing that survived that volley, too. Ugh. No bueno, DDo, no bueno. That should be a t-shirt, I think. No bueno, DDo, no bueno. Wow, look how long it's taken this bard to fill us up again, too. Crazy. Crazy. I'm glad we're not on the hardcore server right now, though. That would have been a traumatic. I wouldn't have been on R4 on the hardcore server, though. Something to be said about that. I need an orange spell. I think this counts as an orange or a yellow spell, right? Yeah. Splish splash, This is more of like the problem I was talking about with this class. 100% everything's a hammer now. Or everything's a nail. And multi-vial's my hammer. Which I understand. This is my problem, is my cross to bear. Everybody out there who's like, oh yeah, no, but it really does feel that way to me. As a person who plays casters a lot, there's still a pretty good diversity of spell choice, even late. But don't really happen. Doesn't seem to be happening right now anyway. Alright, I don't think we actually need to shrine, but I'm gonna shrine just to get my Death Ward stuff back. I have no Death Wards right now. I feel like it's probably worth having. Plus, I just don't like the idea of paying full price for spells. It's gross. Alright. Hey, good morning, everybody. Apparently, I was not the only one looking for some Dungeons & Dragons action this morning. I mentioned this when I started the stream, that when I was first looking, I thought there was like 100-some people watching Dungeons & Dragons online, but it turns out it was just people watching Dungeons & Dragons, and there was 0 streamers of DDo this morning. So if you enjoy Dungeons & Dragons online streams, give me a solid please and hit that follow button if you're not already following, so you know when we go live. I'd appreciate it. It does mean some things. Alright, let's fire off get a pattern here so we can switch over. Throw a red, throw a replacement yellow. We're back to the appropriate. So, for those of you who just joined and you don't know exactly what's going on, I am on my first Alchemist Bomber life ever. I've done some Alchemist work before, but both as a Biochemist melee and as a undead apothecary caster. Never as this build. So I've never played this as a bombarder before. So I'm kind of checking out those first experiences, first thoughts on the build, etc., etc. I'm still going through the learning curve of getting to know the class in this way. And I have to say it's very, very good. Definitely top tier. I don't know what else I'd even bother to put in the top tier right now. It's just, this is so far heads and above every other class I know of right now. I can take a lot of stuff and I can like R3 it, no problem. But this is one of the few places I actually feel like, hey, we didn't level. I figured we'd level. Oh, okay. So this is one of the few places where, or a few builds that I feel comfortable soloing on Reaper 4. Which I think should say something about the strength of the build. And I'm not even, like I said, I'm not even good at it yet. I can only imagine what it's like to be, let's actually fix that before we recall. what it'd be like to actually be good at the class before diving into like medium reapers. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to ride around. How close are we actually? Are we close enough that I can just do this with some little bit of explorer work, or do I need to go ahead and find another quest? We are 4,000 away. Yeah, that might be. We can definitely pick up a couple of kills here too. Kills, grab a little explore action. Maybe get lucky and find a rare encounter or two. Yeah, I think we're probably on the cut. Oh, there it is. Look at that delayed experience. So I'm one not to bank levels, really. There's a couple of places where I'll bank levels if I find the quest to be particularly fun, but most of the time I don't bother to bank levels at all. I feel like there's enough experience and enough. Oh, I thought I went to the marketplace. Okay, well that makes sense. But, yeah, I feel like there's enough going on in DDo now that you don't have to bank stuff. You can still bank the last level if you really like. I tend to bank a little bit and then take my level and then finish up. Alright, we are... Yeah, UMD's fine. We can't put 2 in jump, so I guess we're gonna start taking search now as like our catch-up class or catch-up skill, and then we're still taking jump like every so often. Advanced pyrite. I do like this. This would be pretty good. This doesn't help, does it? I doubt it. Yeah, I think we just take the advanced studies. We'll take heal and... Don't really see casting that. Charm says I only bank levels if I'm running quest lines and I'm halfway through the saga. When I'm done with the saga, I take a level. Yeah, that's kind of the same thing. Usually I work on saga quest first, but yeah, similar concept for reals. We'll take the harm. I don't know what we're actually going to prepare. Ooh, we get a 3, a 5, and a 6. I feel like taking the heal is probably fine. This is our time to turn into frog, which I'm, again, not super crazy about. But it's probably fine. Like, we're not casting Greater Stone Skin. So yeah, I guess we'll take Turn to Frog. What was the other one? A 3? So we don't even have a 3rd level spell that we want to memorize. Okay, so take that just to make sure we don't get the message. I guess we'll take heal for now. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm not casting that spell. So we'll put a heal over here. What's this? Outcloak. Yeah, this seems fine. Again, we might want to go pick something else out to learn besides heal at level 3. Should be Giant Hold favorite. Yeah, we need to go talk to her because that's hit points now. It's our second tier. If you were curious why maybe you logged on late last night and I wasn't on, the reason for that is specifically because the hardcore server group didn't meet and my head was just killing me, so I took it as an excuse to also kind of have an evening off here. We're finally going to upgrade our trinket slot. We're going to lose our Scarlet Blue Ion Stone, and instead we're going to put on our level 16 Treasure Hunter Spyglass. That's pretty much just like all gains. Everything else is, I think, going to stay the same. Yeah, I don't see a reason to mess with it. It should be a couple of big points of change, right? Yeah. Also, if people happen to be on Solona, I have an extra large collectible bag now. So if you are interested in acquiring an extra large, or acquiring a large ingredients bag and you're on Solona, send me a letter, an in-game mail, to Samus, and I will mail it back to you. You took 14. Oh, do you want to come along? Welcome to come along if you'd like. Hey, welcome.
Yeah.
Alright, well, send me a tell. Let's see, what do we want to do here? None of these really matter, right? Like, I really don't care that much about any of these things. Is this level 3? Greater Restorative Draught. We can take that, I guess. Yeah, that should be in the right window. And we can start using it instead of Restoration Scrolls, I think. Alright, level 3 Inscription Materials. I'm a little bit disappointed that you can't use those like scrolls. I feel like you should be able to. Alright. How did you get yourself out of the live stream chat?
Oh, I don't know.
I didn't know how you got in. I didn't know how you got back out. I feel like you just you figured out the system really in a weird way. Okay. Let's grab class portable hole for reasons. Our dragon feet. Get that. I guess we'll pick this up while we're at it. I am the captain now. Alright, so Madstone Crater and Pop are next on the list. I'm going to head to Madstone, I suppose, because that'll give you opportunity to get out whenever you're ready. this hate and anger. Man, I always love how emo the Storm Reaver is. I talk about it every time I come out here. He's basically sitting in his castle just self-cutting, I think. Just not a subject to make fun of. Unless you're a giant Storm Reaver and have the power to actually make things better. Oh, what level are the ladies? The ladies just logged on. They're 13. It's a little low to join me, I guess, but we can see. Okay. Oh, excuse me.
I'll try to keep up, but I'll be going slow because
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
did a lot of work this weekend, but heard the old Baji 2 a little bit.
Oh yeah, Famine Reaper. Yeah, get out of here. Famine Reaper nonsense. I thought that damage numbers looked a little low. I still had the teleport scroll in my hand. There we go. That went pretty well. Oh man, trying to stay awake. Things to do. Don't have time to be tired today. Whoa, double reapers. Nope, not that button. Thought I saw one of the Reapers show up. Pow pow pow! Yeah, let him walk around and aggro on me so I can pop them together in groups. I don't know how much your web is actually gonna hit, your tentacles actually hit them in here, but
Probably at less than 50% in the first life fair.
yeah, so give them an opportunity to come together. Power drain. You always gotta say power drain when you actually click the Vile Blasphemy. I'm Not sure where it is in the rules, but it's somewhere in there for sure. For sure. Let's throw a little heal action. Oh, missed a bag. So the reason we're hitting the heal action there is because it costs so little and it's a yellow spell. So I'm starting to kind of get the hang of the, not really a rotation to cycle through the reactions as much as I'd like, but to be able to better control them here and there. Alright, we got a Reaper again. So we're getting a little better at controlling the reaction, at least realizing that they're not correct and then switching them to where we want them to be. I think it's just going to take more practice. You got a Reaper in the back, so watch it. Per usual, I forgot to cast Death Ward, so extra scary. Keep checking the chat just to make sure there's nothing going on. As always, if you guys would like to discuss something, use the chat feature. I do keep a pretty close eye on the chat and am more than happy to discuss most subjects as long as we keep them PG-13 for the AM stream. I believe, there it is. I believe that we should be getting this last guy here pretty soon. Also, call you now, and power drain. Power drain. Okay. Of course. Oh, I also need to remember to hit boosts. Boosts are actually important for this build. For a couple of reasons. One, we did take the every time we skill boost, we get some extra stats for like 20 seconds, or basically while the boost is going on. That actually makes quite a bit. Also, that does seem to work with the spell selection here. I'm gonna eat it. I'm greedy. I'm gonna eat it.
When I want to jump into green, I usually will hit the place spell and then hit a cure spell on myself.
Yeah, I usually don't find myself needing to get into a color besides... ooh, that got hit really hard. Why is he not healing? There we go. So now he's healed. That was weird. I threw a heal on him, and none of them seemed to work. Anyway, I usually don't find myself having difficulty going into the other colors. I usually struggle getting out, because I fire off things like sprint boost, spell boost, the sticky bomb, stuff like that. So I end up having to take myself out of purple usually to get into orange. Pretty new to this game. What are the mysterious remnants for? You have a few. So in the Hall of Heroes, there's a mysterious remnant collector, and what he'll do is he'll trade those in for a series of things. So you can get like +1 tomes to certain skills. Let's see if I can find. Here we go. So like inherent melee power, for example, that's a tome that you can get. Magical resistance rating, spell power, etc. So you can do that. You can also turn them in for potions that give like +2 to a stat that stack with like your gear. So you can get like a con one, an int one, etc. You can do that. You can also purchase some other items. Thank you. Out of that vendor's store, like spell or augments and some stuff like that. Every once in a while, they'll have what they call a mysterious monster hunter weekend, and then you can buy a series of cloaks, bracers. I think it's just cloak and bracers, right? And what? The vendor is in the Hall of Heroes. So like the easiest way to get there would be to go through either through the marketplace or through your airship portal. Don't buff or anything yet. Wait for the hireling to finish shrining. She's been acting strange. Anyway, welcome to the game Claptrap's new dubstep song. That's pretty sweet. Alright. Spell song Trances. Oh yeah, you also have the like the Eternal Flask of Death Ward you can buy, or the Eternal Flask of Freedom of Movement on those special weekends also. I never really think about those because I got my potion or my flask through the Kenwood Cove, so I never really think about the fact that you can also get those there. Once you like unlock your tomes, for me, honestly, I mostly just use them on potions. I think those tomes go up to +4 now, right? If you get some tome or something in the raid.
The Threads of Fate in the Epic game, yeah. You can get filigrees that are +2 that stack. And...
yeah, there's some perks for them. If you're new to the game, though, just go take a look at them. They change every once in a while. Not so often that you need to check like once a week or anything like that. But they do change from time to time. Basically, around Monster Hunter weekends, I think is what they call them. Right here, we're just gonna make all this stuff mad and run past it all. Will it be a difficult position to defend? Get this crystal shattered. Alright. We have a Famine Reaper down on whatever side this is, but it's not active yet. Champion Hunter, what did I say? Monster Hunter weekend? I don't know, some sort of hunting weekend.
I think we had it a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I don't even know. That infected Minotaur, I think, is going to make his way up here. He's slowly creeping his way up. Chantel, catch. Yeah, I like how the caster and the other guy are like timed together, so they arrive simultaneously. It's Jeff fun times. I think I managed to get the timing offset enough that that's not an issue now. Did that Minotaur make it up? No. Where did the damage come from? Huh, strange.
After you passed up the ramp, they turned around, looked at me, and came around the other way after me.
Oh, is that you taking damage?
They didn't hit me. It's a little quick enough, but they're down on this side.
Well, that's fine. I heard somebody take damage is all. Like someone went, oh! Oh, somebody managed to get an arrow past my head. Pick up this treasure bag. I'm gonna also take out this Famine Reaper on the way. Just don't like having Famine Reapers laying around behind us. Here it comes. Alright, got it. Pull a bunch of shut together. Come on, get together, guys. You can go ahead and go if you want, or you can wait for me. I'm going to just clear this aggro a little bit. If I can get them close. So I can multi-vial batches here as opposed to just a couple at a time. This guy also dropped a sack and a fragmente. I had a feeling that there was going to be a thing. You ran out of my heal. You dodged it. Again, I'm going to get all these things in a group. I tried to anyway. For whatever reason, they did not want to cooperate here.
You were in the cloth, or did you try to like lower your arcane spell failure?
I am in the cloth armor now, but I did. I lowered it. Then I think I ignored it, like currently. The permanent magic missile protection is almost too important to give up, I think. Otherwise, you're on scrolls, and that seems like a good way to get nuked by a Reaper when you're not paying attention. Alright, bonus chest down here. So yeah, I've readjusted my enhancements slightly to where I no longer have the Arcane of Fluidity on. But now I have all three of the Action, Surge, Intelligence. So. Are we even right now? We are even right now, but. Let me think. This is the last seer, right? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and shrine, I think. I mean, I'm not coming back. There's no reason for me to come back. You might want to come back if you had to trade this shrine. Whoa.
Whoa.
I just moved. Alright. Let's get our spell trance. Did you not shrine, you crazy lady? No, she did shrine. Why are you not? Did I? Huh. Alright, well I guess I don't get her spell song trance. That's pretty aggravating.
Did she do that thing where she sang a different song instead?
No, I had the feeling I mean, she might have done that too, but I moved. I moved while shrining, so I think she like got up and started singing because I had her on the wrong thing. But I didn't get it because I was still sleeping. I'm going to go ahead and clear this because I want this collectible. I'm greedy like that. I'm going to miss my party and no one can tell me I can't cry if I want to. Ooh, a fragment and a baggie. Yeah, I fire that off so often because I'm so used to it. And as a wizard, I rely on webs so much. So for me, it's really hard not to. Alright, there's a Reaper in this mess somewhere. There it is. Alright, I'll go make some friends. I think I can do that without killing everything. I'm not actually sure. Alright, is that everything aggroed on me now? Yeah, looks good. Alright. That guy should be fine now. Everything should be aggroed on me. Kind of keep half an eye on my life, on its life total for a little bit, but should be okay. So for those of you who don't know, there's that ledge up top that I ran around out there. And those monsters will spawn up there and attack the seer from above. But if you go up there, get the aggro of them so they're trying to attack me instead of him. As long as I make it where they're trying to shoot me this direction, they won't switch aggro to shoot the seer. Works out pretty nicely actually. Fire off our power drain while we're waiting. I am still using the Beacon of Magic set because we kind of talked about it a little while ago. This may or may not be relevant for some people, but for me, I'm a DC caster at heart. So when I look at things, it's not just my spell power. My spell power does contribute heavily, especially in like a build like this. But because so many of these spells, including like the multi-vial, which is where I'd probably say 90% of my damages come from now, has a reflex saving throw, which means that the monsters can save, and if they have evasion, they take no damage. So for me, making sure that my reflex save is more important than squeaking out like 20 more spell power. Let's pretend it's a situation where monster saves, takes half, right? So a monster is going to take more damage if they save. Because I have a higher spell power. But if they didn't save in the first place, even if I had a lower spell power, they wouldn't. They would take even more damage. So in my world, that's more of what I'm worried about, is maximizing that damage by making sure they don't save. Especially if they were to save and take half because they have evasion. Then it really sucks. Plus I can always spell boost for that little bit extra spell power back. And that's a mindset, I think, that comes from playing Wizard so much, which is kind of what this Alchemist is. When you look at certain things, it plays very much like you would like a Wizard, in the sense that your damaging spells are very mana intensive. They take a very high percentage of your mana pool to cast your damaging spells, so you want to maximize that likelihood that your spells are going to land and do damage in the way that you want them to. Oh! That was me saving a Necrotic Ray, too. I saved and it did 438 points of damage. That was early. I'm just gonna go back to the shrine. Oh, I can't. Yeah, never mind. I can't.
I twitched. Yeah, and also your hit points are on the lower end, so like, yeah.
Well, that part's not so much for this, for me, because I have so many past lives. That's not really the problem. The problem is I passed that saving throw, and I was already down from before.
Well, I mean, like, if you didn't care about DCs at all, then you would, like, even put different classes in to get more hit points, and that wouldn't play kind of like a wizard, like,
Yeah, I just specifically because when I switched my glove there, I realized that I was showing that I'm still using a Beacon of Magic set, as opposed to there's a couple of different Ravenloft sets, or not Ravenloft sets, Sharn sets that do similar things, but both of them involve the armor, obviously, but one involves medium armor, which is fine. You lose that permanent spell power, or that shield spell, which again I think is pretty important when it comes to not getting wrecked by magic missiles and reapers. Not that you can't get wrecked by reapers in other ways, obviously. But it involves taking off the goggles. And those goggles are 5 to your conjuration spell power. The Summoner's Spectacles. And that's actually quite a bit of your DC power, so. In my mind, I'd rather have that 25 less spell power and 4 more spell DCs.
Oh yeah, I totally agree. The way I play mine as well.
Yeah, if you found one of the big conjuration DC items someplace else, you could probably make it work with random loot gen instead. Cause I think it's bracers, goggles, armor for the cloth set. I don't remember what the name of it is. But if you were to put that set on, right, then you would lose, like I said, 3 to 4 of your spell DCs. So if you found a different couple of items, you could move that around differently. So you could like put, if you found the right thing, right, you could find like +5, I think, spell DCs in a hat to conjuration, and then you could probably slot in +2 exceptional someplace else, and you could actually gain like 4 DC out of that. But finding that would be pretty rare, and I don't think you can craft it currently. I don't think you can craft higher than +3 spell DCs currently. I could be wrong. I could look really quickly. In fact, let me pull up the CC planner right now.
My +5 crafted is in the 20s, somewhere 23.
It doesn't look like you can craft it on a hat anyway.
I think I went trinket.
Goggles, necklace, rune arms, orb. So you could make an orb, I guess. And at level 25, it's 3. Yeah, so you could do... he goes level 13, I guess, and then you could do for +3. And then you could insight. Yeah, so you could move it to a necklace, I suppose, or an orb. So you don't want to do an orb probably. So you could move it to necklace if you wanted to craft it, and it would be the same. You would not gain. So yeah, I suppose if I wanted to take the time to craft something, I could probably pick up 20 more spell power. But I'd also, in my situation, I'd be losing my green steel Concordant Op item, which is 150 extra spell power or spell points, which is a lot. So point is, if you were going to do like a bunch of lives as an alchemist, you could probably squeeze out a few more. Fighter can chase me. You're a wizard. You can get tagged. All right, what do we got? Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Down, up, down, up. Whoa. Oh, you ducked around the corner. Alright, let me know when your penalty box is over.
Ready.
Wait now until I found this or dealt with this Fear Reaper. I decided to come play. Oh. He must have leashed on me. Yeah, the last couple of days I've even, I think in the title of this stream, I think I talked about, don't let my deaths fool you. This build isn't, like, crazy.
Yeah.
So, like, on Reaper 2s, I've not even, like, blinked at difficulty at all. And honestly, a lot of the R4s have not been problematic. You get like weird random deaths or deaths from like damage spikes or whatever, but you just don't get them from like you can in with some other builds. As long as you can manage your mana, which it seems like is a real problem for a lot of people. People are not good at... I think a lot of people have every spell that they cast quicken, maximized, and powered, yada yada. And that is just not necessary.
No.
Oh, we did it. I actually didn't expect that. Really? None of those decided to land, huh? Okay. It's fair. Down, up, down, up.
Well, that was the challenge for me on hardcore with it, was managing that mana, because basically if I ran out, I was liable to die.
Yeah. Alright. Let us respect some law here. Follow the order, do my duty. Repent. Stop the robbery. Protect the honor. Protect it. Protect. Chantel, get your hit points back together. Get him towards the middle. Alright, never mind. They'll find me. Oh, hi. Champ Spectre. Yeah, again, we want to try to keep the bad guys together towards in the blast radius of the other stuff. You can also sit out of the fire room if you'd like.
Yeah.
Go ahead and pull that lever then. Alright, we have a bonus, or one of the chests in here. Not really a bonus chest, but a chest. Do really like the sprint boost. Like, especially the way that I kind of like to play, where I'm move to here, move to there. Oh, that was a bad spell there. Alright, he went cray cray, right? Yeah, he's cray cray. Still cray cray? Nope, not cray cray no more.
Yeah, I started lowering the boost on my level out at the moment. It's nice.
Yeah, no, I literally that's the first spell of that level I prepare. I don't always remember that I have it, but it's the first one I take. How'd you get got that time?
Strike damage that misadventure
Oh, you got tainted shadowed because you ain't got no muscles.
Yep.
I have to get some more red scrolls after this. Alright. Splish splash.
Alright, I'll pull.
Okay, go ahead. Good. Did I have the hireling pull it back out? Is that what happened? No? I must have clicked it or double clicked it. Alright, yeah, fire. Double Reaper. This might get bad, kids. Only ate some mana. Also, power drain, of course. Power drain.
Must have said that visual bug with strength damage because I've hit myself with 4 heals.
What does your character sheet say?
12. So it probably should be, so yeah.
Oh, say if your character sheet says it's fine, then it's fine. Yeah. Okay, you can stay out again if you'd like. You don't have to come in for these.
Okay, go shrine.
I may have to carry my corpse to the shrine at some point, but you shouldn't have to do these rooms. How many manas do I have? 96. Yeah, I don't know if I quite have enough manas to do this last room. I guess we'll power drain again, and we'll find out. Yank it, Daddy-o. Alright, we gotta get this beholder down. Alright, got the beholder down. I've got double champs in here. See if my hireling will throw me some heals here. She's working on it. Okay. Yeah, we good now. We good now. Yeah, I wasn't expecting double champs into that room. That was pretty cray. I'm going to shrine and have the bard spell song. So if you want to come back towards the shrine here. Hopefully the bard will just shrine without being a fight. Also, she's back in peaceful mode, so she can't like instantly fire off the wrong song, hopefully. Alright, you got the lever. Oh, you don't need to put buffs on me. Save your mana for killing monsters. Alright. What time is it? Almost 1? Nice. We'll probably... You can pull it whenever. Probably knock out Tor. Then maybe call it a morning here. Like I said, I got some extra errands I need to do today. I do plan on being back around 5:30, somewhere in that ballpark on the hardcore server. Again, we may not get a whole lot of... Oh, there you are. We may not get a whole lot... People were not feeling well yesterday, so we'll see if people make it today. But even if they don't, I do plan on playing a little bit on the hardcore today. Working on some miscellaneous leveling things. even if I have to. Alright, I'll pick it up. Actually, let's have the hireling pick it up. Can the hireling click it a second time? She can. Sweet. Oh, fragment down here. I didn't know that they could, the hirelings would click it a second time. That's pretty awesome. Alright, the reason why we're fine with letting her die and stay dead is because we're going to end up exiting anyway to Giant Hold, so she's not going to tag along to the Explorer Zone, and she's already off timer, so there's no reason to fight to save her. Repair, sell this miscellaneous junk.
Well, it's actually time for me to go though anyway. Just appreciate a couple runs and stuff.
Alright, mate, you have a good one. Yeah, I'm just gonna knock out this quick tour and wrap up the morning stream here. Get all this shenanigans filled in. Get out of this group, you're fired.
Yep, have fun on the hardcore if it works out today.
Yeah, like I said, at the very least, I'll screw around with like Explorer Zones or something and kind of look at the pug options to try to pick up some experience, if nothing else. I'd like to do something more than that, but it seems unlikely. But this is the kind of stuff I was talking about, everybody. Like, if you could find the correct conjuration focused random loot gen necklace, right, you could raise your DC you know, pretty reasonably, but finding it seems pretty 1 in a million. Not that we don't have plenty of end rewards here to take a look at. Whew. I'm gonna make some sort of noodles for lunch. Actually, is that even right? Yeah, it may not be correct. I don't know. I'll have to see. I've got some turkey, ground turkey that needs to be cooked sooner than later, so maybe I'll just make some turkey burgers and some macaroni and cheese. I have the keto friendly noodles. I'm a little bit worried about them. The last time I had them, I had stomach issues and was in and out of the restroom for most of the evening. I think that's a pretty subtle way to explain what happened for a lot of people. Some PG-13-ness there. There used to be a Pepto-Bismol ad talking about all the different things Pepto-Bismol helped, but they always call them stomach issues. It's my stomach! It's kind of what it felt like. A lot of it's my stomach. So I'm a little bit concerned about trying them again, but I need to know, because otherwise I need to decide if I'm going to keep my verb box, I guess. Oh, we already did that. Yes, we did. I also need to consider whether or not it's time to switch to our level 15. Sorry, I'm thinking. The level 15 forum post instead of the Barovian Scepter. It's possible that it's time. And if it is, then it probably is also time to adjust the hat to the circlet. Helm to the circlet. Oh, I didn't grab a hireling. I do still want another bard hireling here. Oh, missed the new reward also. Oh, like I'm taking anything besides these hams. People know. People know how I feel about the hams. All right. That bard should be in here. There we go. Do we want to spend our action point also? No. Alright, that should be everything the most important. Bards on attack mode. We have lots of boosts. We're not going to be afraid to try to use the boosts this go around. We're going to try our best to remember that they're there. We're going to try to use as many of them as we can get away with. It's kind of the plan. Chantel. So I really didn't figure it would take her that long to get killed, but I was hoping that maybe she would, if she was on attack mode, maybe she would live a little bit longer. Again, the general idea is going to be to pull as much of this stuff together as possible. Maximize our multi-bile. The evaluation of which multi-bile to use comes down to what kind of champ is it. In this case, that was a bad champ, and we might actually just get wrecked here. We got hit really hard. I think we're gonna recover though. There's also a Reaper in the middle of this. That's fair. I think we can get 2 Reapers in the middle of this. Okay, let's get our recovery on again. And maybe too much burning blood action here. Whew. Oh, we missed that heal. We needed that. Needed a lot. Yep. And then we had another Shadow Mark champ. Yeah, that's a lot of burning blood action. Wow. We have to try this again. With our resistances all in gear, what's our fire resistance and stuff? Fire and acid resistance. They were still hitting us for like 30. The champ was still hitting us for like 75. Also have to remember to wait for this to reset anyway. $56. One of these chests should have my fire shield scrolls in them. Oh, we only have 12? Alright, let's go pick up some more fire. Oh, there's 100. Let's go pick up some more. Let's do the 100 stack first here. Alright, I know you guys can't tell, but I'll turn my face off here for a second so you can see. So what I do is I'll make them where they fire the individual spell off, so we can just double click the spell, obviously, and get the effect that we're looking for. I don't know if that's going to be enough to like make the real difference, but I guess we'll try it. There's not a good way to reduce that acid damage we were taking besides what we already have. I mean, it's 46. We can't really shave too. Wow, that's a big lag spike, huh? Can't really shave too much more there. That's cool. You never knew that. Oh yeah, you can do that for all sorts of things. All the multi-selecting tool spells, you can do that. So if you have like a particular summon that you want to do, you can do that. If you do like you can do it with the this staff, for example, the Staff of Arcane Power, and just like drag that over here. Any of the multi-select spells will do that. Reset. Try this one more time on R4. I'm not worried about getting wrecked. I've never been worried about getting wrecked. But if we have to, we'll step it down a notch. Don't think we'll have to, but... So yeah, we're up to 56 and 66 on resistances. I feel like that should be enough. Actually, we want the cold one. That's my bad. Okay. We have a B-Smart champ in the middle of this. Again, we're just trying to pull things together. Oh, good. We're lagged again. If we have a lag death, I'll probably just call it an afternoon or a morning here. It'll likely aggro me to the point where I will be over things for a little bit. Will not lie. Alright, can we get a heal? I dislike it when my hireling runs out in the middle of the room. And I feel like I end up spending a bunch of time trying to protect the hireling instead of it helping me out. Like, look, now I can't... It's literally right in the way. Alright, something's hitting us for a bunch. It's Recold. Oh, we're gonna die to this Reaper. Dang. Yeah, again, the Stygian caster. The casters are what's really tearing through us here. What was that? We were getting Burning Bloods hitting for 110 points of damage. Yeah, that might just be too high for us. I mean, to just be really, really honest, it's a big piles of damage. So we may have to roll it back down to like Reaper 3. Alright, we'll give this a minute to like reset the day and everything. Check our Twitter feed here. See if there's anything interesting or if it's all just political stuff to make me mad. We just heard our day reset. Yeah, not a lot going on. I'm not seeing any like DDo related tweets or anything. Anything crazy. I do see some people complaining about people going to parties during COVID. Basically calling those people selfish. I really feel like this is not a discussion I really want to get into, but it's now in my brain. I won't be able to let it go. I really feel like a lot of this stuff is being driven in a way that's not helpful. I would love to see. I'd like to see the news around COVID switch more into getting healthy, boosting your immune system, getting out of the danger zone, lose some weight, take a multivitamin, do some exercise, and then focus on if you are in the danger zone or your circle has people in the danger zone, act to protect them, etc. This mentality of just calling people selfish for wanting to live their lives is not helpful, in my opinion. Where instead people could be talking about, again, like I said, diet, exercise, stuff like that. Hey Mary, how's it going? Not too bad. Some difficulty here on Reaper 4 in Giant Hold alone, thanks to champions casting Burning Bloods on us, but other than that, today has been pretty smooth. Hoping to be able to get some hardcore time in this afternoon. I'm still in the top 7, but I feel like that could change literally any minute. I'd like to cross the 6,000 favor mark for the hardcore server. I feel like I can rest pretty easy if I cross that 6,000 mark. But to do that, I need to get my group comfortable to do some of the quests that I'm actually missing. Got the Stygian early. Got him out. Cleaned up the Famine Reaper. Alright. How are you doing, Mary? See, I talked about COVID for like 4 seconds, and people are like, no. I don't know. Again, as a person who's trying to get healthy on, for their own reasons, I feel like more talking about getting healthy is a good spot to be for in general in this particular environment. There's lots of other good news actually. The last couple weeks about COVID in particular, studies say that once you fight it off the first time, it looks good. To be able to fight it off repeatedly, you will be immune for a minimum of 3 months after fighting it off the first time, or fighting it off. There's some bad things, like it does look like it's mutating. There's a mutation in Europe right now, but that makes it not that much different than any other Ronin virus. Also, I guess back in the good news camp, yes, I think we were super close before. We just were missing. We just needed a little bit more time with those dots not on us quite so heavily. Yeah, like I said, there's lots of good news about what's going on with the COVID world, as well as some negative things. But again, at the end of the day, I think if you take the time to watch your diet, get some exercise in, get some vitamin D, which is basically go outside, get a little sun, be respectful, stay away from people, etc. People must be back. People must have known I was done with my rant. I think I am going to go ahead and shrine here. I normally would not, but I don't want to have this shrine in the future, so now's the time, I think. This shrine out of the way. Did you shrine already? You did not shrine. Could you please shrine and give me my spell song trance? I'd appreciate it. Samurai Jack is now available on the Play Store. That's cool. I would actually... I've not seen all 5 seasons. I think I've only seen the first 2 seasons, actually. Samurai Jack, so... Could potentially be talked into picking that up. Be sweet. I actually need to get back a hold of the Google Play people. There's an incident that I really don't understand why it's the way it is, but if you buy something with PayPal, on the Google Store, they mark that only to you. And apparently you're not allowed to set that as your family ticket. So I need to figure out how to get stuff set up in such a way that everything that I purchase goes to my family. It really is aggravating the way that is set up. Need just straight up. Alright, here's an. Oh, I guess there's not an opportunity. I was gonna double check that you can't get multiple stacks on your. On the boost thing. I feel like you should be able to. So I'm watching my intelligence here, basically, is what I'm trying to do. So if I spell burst, sprint boost, also, like those things go on timer together. Unfortunately. Yeah, I don't know. There may not be a way to do what I want to do. I was hoping that I could stack multiple boosts together in a way to get +6 temporarily to my intelligence. That was unnecessarily a powerful spell. Nah, that's not the button. Dang it. Also not the button. Let's try this. We haven't cast this spell in a little while. How's it working here? Seems to do the job okay. My DC for yellow spells are 53, and DC for red spells are 54. Let's trip this guy. Oh, he passed. This one's not, though. I don't have it heightened. Probably should. Let's do that. Let's get this heightened. AoE trip is sweet. Something that we should definitely be taking advantage of. That sucked. That's the wrong button. There's nothing more that I love just hitting the wrong button for no reason. It's my favorite. Uh-oh. Those guys didn't die. That guy didn't even take damage though, so he probably doesn't know he's under attack. Jeez, these guys. the dragons, the mighty dragons. Okay. Actually, the lair. In the lair, the mighty lair. No. In their lairs, the dragons rest tonight. There's a ripoff there. Parody ripoff. Parody. There's a parody. Alright. Well, I think we're going to grab our sagas here. And then... 12. Yeah, I think we're just going to take one of those at random. Grab our Sweet Saga reward. Yeah, so that means tonight, when we first come back, hopefully it'll be on the hardcore server in about 4 hours, give or take. 4.5 hours, somewhere in that ballpark. I try to come back around 5 my time, which would be a little less than 4 hours. But I think that Dom still does his thing until 6, so 6 my time, so it might be closer to 6 my time before we get in. But if we get the opportunity to, we'll move in and do some, even if we have to do a little bit of solo stuff on the hardcore. We're going to see about getting a little bit of experience on our way. And then we'll probably rotate back over here later after the group kind of dissipates around 9. So depending on what you're looking for, hardcore server first, and then some more over here on Sherlona working on this alchemist build. Yeah. We got 2 points. Kind of want to just dump them into intelligence because we're odd right now when we boost. Yeah, that'll be fine. It's not necessarily ideal, but it'll be fine. Should those 2 points actually gone over here somewhere instead? Yeah, maybe. We get it picked up +1 enchantment bonus and +20 spell point. Yeah, probably would have been better use. Oh well, too late now. Alright, who do we want to raid? Let's see who's streaming Dungeons & Dragons online. Sergeant Saros. I think we've raided him before. I think he comes to the stream occasionally. Butch DDo is streaming. Let's make sure this is an English-speaking person here. Oh man, the graphics do not look particularly good. Let's check out the other streamer here, the other Caden. Caden's stream also does. Looks better. Yeah. I don't know what's currently going on here. Yeah, we're gonna throw it this way to Caden here, just because it looks like the quality is pretty good. Alright everybody, like I said, I'll be back pretty soon. Please do me the solid, and if you're not already subscribed over at youtube.com/SamEscarobo, do me a favor and click over there and subscribe. I really would appreciate it. We have lots of content over there on our YouTube channel. Just oodles and koodles. Over 2,000. Sorry, that's incorrect. Over 1,000 DDo videos over here. So please take a second, help us out. We also have builds, quest walkthroughs, etc., etc. I really appreciate it. And if you'd like to help us out financially, the best way to do so is patreon.com/Samus. Alright, everybody. Peace, much love. We'll see you guys after a little break. Toodles.